know you can lie to me though. Is this bullshit?
No, it is not bullshit.
Okay, I'm sorry, you guys.
No, listen.
Gilman grew up in rural Minnesota, and when she became pregnant at 16, she was determined to be the best mother possible. She was determined to provide her son with a good future, and she pursued a degree in nursing. She eventually purchased a home and land in rural Blue Earth County, Minnesota. Between raising her son and focusing on her career, she did not have much time for dating. In 2007, she met 24-year-old Jim Nibbe. He was helping a friend with a medical crisis, and Jennifer was the nurse responding to that emergency. The two started to date and found they both enjoyed hunting and spending time together. It wasn't long before Jim proposed and the couple was married. In 2008, Jennifer was still working as a nurse, often working 2 different jobs to make ends meet. Jim was an apprentice electrician, not earning a fraction of his wife's income. This was a source of frustration to Jennifer, which led to dissatisfaction with her marriage and inspired her to contact a previous boyfriend. Jim was still deeply in love with his wife and tried everything possible to please her. In 2010, he bought her own shotgun to use when they went on their camping trips. Days later, she shot him in his sleep with that very gun. Brady is Libby's 16-year-old son. Brady had a good relationship with his stepfather and was frightened and confused during his interview with the police.
Brady had nothing to do with any of this.
No.
Swear.
I swear to God. No, I swear to God.
And he doesn't know anything about it. He didn't help you set the scene up or anything. You truly didn't wake him up until...
No.
Investigation determined that Nibbe acted alone and Brady had no idea that his mother had intended to hurt his stepfather.
I mean, we know about the drug stuff, John. Okay, if you're out of your mind on drugs, you're out of your mind on drugs. That's okay, but we need to know that and hear it from you, I guess, is the only thing, you know.
Nibbe was addicted to prescription medication. Her increasing need for money to support her habit was one of the motivations for the murder.
I have an addiction to prescription pain pills.
Okay.
Nobody knew about it.
This from family members. Although some may become suspicious about changes in mood or behavior, to avoid Nibbe shutting down, the detectives have to prevent her from drowning in hopelessness, even though the reality of her future is far from pleasant.
And I kept saying no, and it was like someone was telling me, he's the devil. He's the devil.
Telling you that Jim's the devil?
And I did it.
And then you thought, oh my God, what did I do?
We had talked about that wedding ring.
Did we ever find it?
That's what I was wondering if
Yeah,
you knew.
we don't have it, and it wasn't with Jim, so...
Okay.
You didn't do anything with it?
I did not. No, I didn't.
Well, somebody...
His sister is kind of messed up though, and we caught her out at the farm after this happened, and she was taking some of his shirts and stuff, and I'm almost adamant she took it, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
Leslie.
Okay.
The family wanted personal items to remember Jim and did not feel that Nibbe, as his killer, should have access to them.
Because we did check all over, and just to make sure we didn't have it.
Right.
So we're being honest
interesting.
with you on that. So, but that was in my mind as to something if you didn't know what happened with it or something.
No.
So.
Any other questions for us? Anything you want us to answer?
What do I do on Monday?
You'll go to court.
Okay.
And do they usually do a morning arraignment, Barb, here?
Usually it's around 8:15.
Okay.
They'll get you in at some point in the morning. Your case is probably gonna be a little bit different just because it's been publicized and stuff too. But
Okay.
they'll get you in Monday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell the judge you need an attorney if you want an attorney. You can. It's up to you. You hold the cards as to how this goes forward.
Because if I plead guilty, I don't even really need an attorney, do I?
Well, on something this serious, the judge probably won't accept your plea without you at least talking to one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I
Sure.
think that'll happen, and that's happened in other places where I've been involved in a lot of murder cases, and generally the judge will say, well, I'm not going to accept your plea till you at least talk to an attorney.
Okay.
In something serious like this. So that's probably what would happen. I mean, you can tell them what you want to do. You can tell them.
Even when the detectives are sure they have identified the killer, Confessions must be handled carefully. People make false confessions for various reasons, including shielding another person.
You can tell the judge you can speak to him. You'll have an opportunity to speak at your arraignment. They generally at an arraignment will talk about bail. On something like this, the prosecutor will ask for high bail. I don't know. You can ask for, of course, lower bail if you want, and argue why you could have lower bail. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the chances of you getting low bail would be pretty unlikely on something like this. Yeah, I'm not going to BS you on that. That's a couple other just quick things. Ed Erickson,
Yeah.
you two never actually slept together.
No,
It was all just texting.
it was all texting.
So it was
Yes.
just flirting.
Absolutely.
It was never anything physical.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nothing physical ever.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
So he knew nothing of any of this.
Although Nibbe hoped to get together with her ex, he had a girlfriend and baby and had not indicated he would break up that relationship to be with Nibbe.
No, absolutely
I mean, he
not.
didn't-
Oh, no.
Didn't say get rid of your husband.
No,
and
no.
Nothing like that. So
No.
he's not involved in this in any way.
No, he's not. No, he's
Okay.
not.
Okay.
No.
And that ex-boyfriend you had brought up too, that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It's probably a way for me just to try to get some of the heat off of me, I guess.
you didn't have consultation from anyone else or talk to anybody else, these other names that were brought up at all? You didn't talk to them about
No.
this, or they didn't give you ideas on it or anything?
No. Oh,
And
goodness.
we're just verifying that because if we need to go talk to those people,
Oh,
we
sure.
don't want to go talk to them if they're
Right.
not involved and there's
No, nobody else was involved. No, it was just me.
The one other curious thing I do have is the when you did, I understand you're in a panic at that point.
Mm-hmm.
This happened, boom, oh my God, what did I do? You're in a panic. Is there what's the reason you went with the intruder argument? Had you ever read about any other cases around this area like that or something, or anything like that? There's not a movie or something. Why did that get in your head? It just seems weird.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know,
Okay.
to be honest.
Okay.
I honestly don't know.
Okay, and that's fine. It's just something to me that's kind of a odd thing why that would be the,
I'm not sure.
and it just it's a weird thing that popped in your head in that moment. That's what popped in your head. So, but it shows you care about this. You've been feeling bad ever since it happened, and I know in the car yesterday when I was looking at you and your eyes are tearing up and you were nodding your head at me because you know that you feel bad. I've talked to people who don't feel bad before about doing terrible things, and you're not like that at all. Okay, you're not. You do, and that's obvious to Paul and obvious to me. Okay, that you have a conscience, that you do feel bad, that you want to make it right. Okay,
As best I can.
as best you can.
Nibbe claims here that she wants to take responsibility, but that is later diminished when she makes accusations against him in an effort to reduce her sentence.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
During her trial, Nibbe tried to claim that Jim physically abused her. There was no evidence to support this, and even in her own journal, she referred to him as a good man and never wrote about any instance where he had harmed her. In July 2012, Jennifer Nibbe was sentenced to 25 years in prison. She was also ordered to utilize her prison earnings to pay for Jim Nibbe's funeral expenses, which totaled more than $11,000. Although she is yet to make any payment toward the services.